North Carolina, that was a very hard-fought game by both teams. I thought kids on both teams played unbelievably hard, physical. Bodies were colliding all over the place, but their guys made more plays, and so they won the game. I thought our guys guarded well. I thought we, a shorter prep for us, but I thought we did a solid job of defending. If you tell me we held them to 65, I probably certainly would have taken that. But you can't go 1 for 18 and win the game from 3. They make 8 for 23, which is an okay percentage, and we're minus 21 from 3. There's just no way to overcome that. So again, credit to them. I said in the pregame that I think their defense hasn't been improving in the last 3 or 4 games. They certainly were part of the reason we didn't play as well offensively. I do think we had some shots that guys have normally been making this year that you don't make, and that's basketball some days. But again, I thought the competitive nature of the game, the physicality, I'm proud of the way our team battled. I thought that was much better than the second half in Miami, so it's good to get back to that.
Coach, Ian's shooting 57% from 3, second in the ACC, and obviously he's really valuable on the offensive boards on those shots. But when you're struggling like you were today, do you think about trying to manufacture some shots for him?
It's harder than it sounds. He doesn't have like a quick release. He's not a shooter. He can make shots if he's open, but he doesn't like run around and shoot. He has to kind of be stationary, and so most of the time he's guarded. And so it's. We certainly would do that, but he's not a guy you can go screen away for and get threes. That's really not his style. That's if he makes a couple, that's good. But we've got plenty of guys that can make shots. They just didn't make them today.
I think y'all had 6 assists. Was there enough movement off the ball?
Well, a lot of that is, most of the assists that you get in games comes from 3-point shooting. So like if we make 6 out of 18, which is still a terrible percentage. You got 5 more assists, probably 4 more assists. So I think some of it is, you're trying to move the ball and score inside. I thought Armando did a good job on PJ. I thought he was very physical with PJ. I thought there were times, we were not smart enough in some of our posting and high-low game, and we missed. Even our perimeter guys missed PJ and Ian a couple times. Deeper post catches were available, and we didn't get it. We settled for everything being from the wing, and so that didn't result in a direct post move or whatnot. So we tried a bunch of different things today in our offense. It just was one of those that we just couldn't make much.
Coaches, go ahead.
Coach, you had the rally right there at the end of the first half that tied it at 34 going into the break. And then coming out in the second half, 2 unbelievable hustle plays on consecutive possessions to keep the ball alive and get scores at the rim. Did you feel like at the time that could have been a springboard to a bigger run there for your team?
Well, our defense was good. And we continued to stop them, I think, for a majority of the next 3 or 4 possessions, but we never scored to extend the lead and really put a little more game pressure on North Carolina. We kept bailing them out, and I'd have to go back and look. There were a couple shots in that time frame that I didn't like, that I thought we settled. Maybe Chase and PJ both took one, and that's the part of being a really good team and a smart team, is kind of knowing you got them a little on the ropes. Let's make sure we don't bail them out with bad shots. And I do think in that particular 3 or 4 possessions, we took a couple of tougher shots and we couldn't extend it, and so they came right back, and then actually they got the lead, I think, and we struggled, and they scored a little bit, and then we kind of bounced back, and a huge play was we scored a tie at 45 with 8:30 to go, and they get it out quick. We kind of get mixed up in transition, just to be honest with you, not very good, and Paxton Wojcik ends up with the ball and PJ on him because of a little penetration, and that's a big-time shot for a guy that's 2 for 13 from the 3, and he makes that 3 when the game is tied and the building's starting to erupt. So you got to shake his hand, give him credit. That's a big-time shot from that kid to make it 48-45 and kind of settle the building back down.
Coach, for a while there, it seemed like PJ turned a corner as far as stepping up his defense without getting in foul trouble. He fouled out at Miami and picked up his fourth today, I think, with 5 or 6 minutes left. Is that something he's still working on?
Yeah, I mean, he knows that we need him, and we've talked about it. But there's a lot of contact when you're playing Armando Bacot. There's going to be contact on every play, every post play, every rebound, physicality and screening. There's going to be a situation where you're going to have one or two just because of the nature of the position. You can't have the silly ones. I thought his first one was a real soft play on his part. Disappointed in that one because it just got him off to a poor start. And in a game of that magnitude where he wants to play well, you get a soft first foul and it's not good. But that's, we could have used him out there, 6 or 7 more minutes probably.
Safe to say you're not going to win many games when Joe and PJ combined shoot like this. Were they sensing some extra pressure against North Carolina?
I don't know about that. We ran a good play at the beginning of the first half. Got Joe a wide open 3, he missed it. Got the rebound, threw it right back to him. Got another wide open 3, missed it. Sometimes you just have those games. I'm sure after you've missed a few, it's not as easy when you've missed a couple, and it is a possession game. This isn't you're up 20 and it's real free and easy, or even sometimes when you're down 15. You're already down 15. It's a free mind game. These are one possession games, so yeah, that can creep in your head a little bit. But those guys are such good players that I talk to them all the time. You guys shouldn't be bothered by stuff like that. With all that you guys have accomplished as players, you should be embracing all these moments. But they are young men that are, playing with a lot. And today just wasn't their best day. It happens.
Coach, I know it was a tough loss. Could you comment on Ian's performance today?
Yeah, phenomenal. Incredible effort as usual. I like that he got some boards and finished more around the basket. He got some plays in there. We got it to him a few times. He scored. Activity on defense with the steals. The stat sheet is, he felt 2 assists, only 1 turnover, played 33 minutes, 6 out of 7 at the line, 11 boards, 16 points. Just really proud of him. He didn't play quite as well against Miami, but today he stepped up and he was huge.
Every year. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
One last. The energy you brought to the game, though, seemed huge.
Yeah, obviously the 2 plays at the beginning of the half were just, if you can't root for that, like I told our team the other night before the game that you guys all think like PJ, you're the favorite, and Joe, you're the favorite because you make shots from 35 feet and this, that, and the other. And I said, guys, it's Ian Shefflin. When I walk around town, people, the first guy they mention to me is Ian Shefflin. It's because some of us all look at Ian and like, how does this guy do that? Maybe I could do that, right? But his heart is so big, his will to get balls, and how accepting he is of what he's trying to do. You love coaching guys like that. He's laying it out there, and he's not the most gifted guy. He's a good vertical athlete, but he's playing against really good, talented, athletic people and still finding ways to get double-figure rebounds. If you don't enjoy coming to games and watching that dude play, then you're missing out because there ain't many better than that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank
Coach,
you.
it was an early rainy start today, but the crowd was electric, wasn't it?
Good crowd again. Yeah, thank everybody for coming. We thought it would be good. It usually is in these types of environments. I appreciate it. Hate that we didn't play a little better. I think, there were a couple times we had the building going and we just couldn't make another basket to kind of blow the roof off a little bit. But there's no question it helped our guys. It made them feel good. They were excited coming into the game. It helped us defensively, and that kind of support is greatly appreciated.
Every year in March, it seems like we're talking about how the ACC beat up on itself. You have 3 games under your belt already. It seems like you're in for another dogfight throughout the conference. Yeah,
we didn't get a lot of favors with our schedule. This seems to happen a lot. I feel like at Clemson, where the beginning of the schedule, Miami's picked preseason top 5, Carolina obviously, Pitt's top half pick, and now we go to Virginia Tech, probably one of the hardest places to play in the league. First 4 games, so our home games against, the top 1 or 2 team, and our road games are tough venues against really good teams. Like it's a challenge, man. It's you got to play them. But obviously, we've got a really hard game next. So hopefully we're learning from some of these games. We don't want to lose to learn. We're trying to learn off wins too, and I think we did. But, we got better today because of the way we played at Miami. Our guys' attention was there. But at the end of the day, we all know, and that's why I told our team, guys, proud of your effort, but this is about finishing the job, getting the win. We didn't get it done. I know you're disappointed. I'm disappointed. But I reminded them that I was more disappointed in them at Miami. That wasn't how we play. That wasn't how we do things in the second half. Today I can live with. I can live with missed shots. But we got to try to get it fixed. And so I think this will be a next, it's a long season. We still got 2 months, so there's a long way to go. Clemson Grit is hanging in there, and that's what we're going to do.
Any update
on Jack or Alex, maybe?
Jack tried practicing a couple times this week and did a few things, so we hope he's getting closer. Trainer just said he still can't go yet. Alex still hasn't practiced. I'm hopeful that, I don't know if it's this week or next week, maybe that we can start to get him out there. We miss a couple of those older guys at times. It would be nice to have a little more experience and depth, but got to go with what we got.
Any more questions for Coach?
Okay, thanks everybody.